Here we go.
Welcome to my WWE 2020 Royal Rumble reactions and recap. I'm going to get right into it, and in the description below we're going to have all the matches that went down, and I'm just going to talk about the winners, and then that ending, my prediction was spot on, and he was one of my predictions that one of the guys I really wanted to see win the Royal Rumble, because he never even had his chance, and he finally, 13 years later, he finally gets his chance at a title opportunity, and he's just been thrown around the company and just losing every match, and didn't really get any sort of title shots at all, unlike the others that were getting multiple opportunities. So I'm going to talk about that later, going towards the end of this video. But let's start with I was going to say the pre-show, but it's basically the same thing as the kickoff show. The two matches that took place, and I gotta say before I even get ready to talk about the matches, the Intercontinental Championship wasn't even on the match card. So I thought in my predictions video, I thought it would be defended. The title was never defended at all. See what I'm talking about with the Intercontinental Championship? So things like that, that happens. That just titles like that just doesn't get the spotlight now for some reason. And Shinsuke is still like the champion, when I thought Braun Strowman had a championship opportunity. But let's get into the first kickoff match, which was Sheamus taking on Shorty G, aka Chad Gable, which was a pretty good match. And I obviously knew Sheamus was going to win this because he just came back. Anyone that has a returning match is automatically set to win. There's no way they're going to lose, especially when they just come back. So it's just like one of those predictable matches that you already know you already can see who's winning the match as soon as they come back to the show. So Sheamus ended up winning the match, and even though Shorty G just put up a good fight. But let's get to the next one. The next match was the United States Championship being defended by Andrade against a returning Humberto Carrillo, who I thought was going to win. Andrade ended up retaining his championship by surprise. So I see this rematch coming soon. I thought Zelina Vega would probably play a bigger role than in the match, like she usually does. Because to be honest, as good as he is, I like Andrade, but I think most of the times that he defended his title, Zelina Vega always got involved in the matches. So I see another rematch coming soon, and more challengers maybe coming soon. Maybe some other challengers coming along the way, like Ricochet, for example, and maybe others for the upcoming just shows, I'll say. But those are our only two matches for the pre-show, or the kickoff show for the Royal Rumble. But now we're going to move on to the main show, which was the first match kicking off this Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. Was Roman Reigns versus King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So we obviously know Roman Reigns is going to already win this, and just like I predicted, I knew Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler were going to come out there and get involved, and just like the Usos coming to the rescue of Roman Reigns to even the odds against Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode that was helping King Corbin beat down on Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns ended up spearing King Corbin to end up winning the match. So that was just the first match. It's just so predictable. So I can't really say it was. I guess it was okay, a decent match, but it's nothing like the others. But after that we had our first Royal Rumble match, which was the women's Royal Rumble match. I gotta say, this wasn't all that good. It wasn't all that what I was expecting. We didn't see too many returning superstars. Speaking of superstars, like Sasha Banks, she didn't even make an appearance in this match at all. And just going through my notes here, I already knew Charlotte was gonna win, because she already had her champion. She had an opportunity to win last year, but she had her opportunity squandered by Becky Lynch, who was unexpectedly entering the Royal Rumble and ended up winning. And I thought Ronda Rousey would probably make an appearance in this Royal Rumble match. We didn't see any really surprise entrants. And just to go through them right now, I would say Kelly Kelly, we saw her make a return. And then Santino, I think it was Santina Marella. That was the funniest thing in the Royal Rumble, this women's Royal Rumble, I'll say. He was number 20. He came out at number 29 and ended up eliminating himself once he saw Beth Phoenix and Natalya, I think it was, for this match. But Charlotte Flair is going to WrestleMania, and you already know who she's going to challenge. She's not going to challenge Bayley on SmackDown. She's going right back after Becky Lynch, I gotta just say, I already know that's gonna happen. So it's gonna be the Becky Lynch versus Charlotte again. As good as the match is gonna be, that rivalry is gonna be renewed, and maybe Charlotte's gonna be the one to take that title away from Becky Lynch. But I don't know. Maybe Ronda Rousey might come back leading up to Mania to get involved to probably try to get a title opportunity. So it might turn into a triple threat match. That's if she comes back. If she doesn't, then I already see Charlotte taking that, snatching that title away from Becky Lynch, and the match is probably going to be really good because they always put on good matches for the rivalry. They put on some of the best matches for the women's division, in my opinion. But some other things I can say from this women's Royal Rumble, in my honest opinion, I think Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair carried this Royal Rumble. They were the best part of this Royal Rumble. They were getting tons of eliminations. Bianca Belair was pretty good from NXT. She was getting some eliminations as well, and they were in the match for quite a while. But other than that, it seemed like other superstars that got in, they were just already just exit the Royal Rumble as soon as they get in, and they were just going out too fast. It's like they get in, some of these NXT stars, we saw Candice LeRae, and some others as well. Maybe like another, we saw Holly was a legend. And then other than that, we didn't get to see any others. I thought we'd probably see Lita as a returning superstar, a returning entrant. But it was cool to see Beth Phoenix in there, not to mention. But we didn't see, like, superstars like Tamina, for example, that we haven't seen in such a long while. She was in the Royal Rumble, but she ended up getting eliminated really quickly. So Charlotte seems to be just cleaning up basically every superstar that got into the Royal Rumble. But just like I said, Charlotte is already going to Mania. But that was just the things I really wanted to mention for the match. I think the best thing of this Rumble was Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss really just putting on a show for this Rumble match. It could have been better. I don't know what happened to Sasha Banks and maybe the other superstars that are going to be in this match. But the next one right after this Rumble was Bayley defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Lacey Evans. I thought she would probably end up winning, but Bayley ended up retaining. I guess it was a decent match. I'm not even really surprised to really see it. I thought Sasha would probably make an appearance since she wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. Maybe she'd come to the aid for Bayley, but she wasn't even nowhere to be seen for this match. So she didn't even need Sasha at this point. But the match of the night, outside of the men's Royal Rumble, I'll say, is this next match. The Fiend Bray Wyatt taking on Daniel Bryan in a strap match for the Universal Championship. A very brutal match, a very well put together match. I was looking forward to this. I knew this was going to be great. And it's been so long since we've seen a strap match, and for years for this company and on the show. And I'm just glad they decided to keep his title. I thought he was probably going to lose it because Daniel Bryan was very close. It seemed like he was closing in on the title, but then a choke slam, mandible claw, and put down Daniel Bryan. So I wouldn't have minded if he lost. But the Fiend needs to keep this title. He's definitely the new Undertaker. Yeah, I don't know if anyone of you guys would agree. He's the new Undertaker for this company, from what I've seen. And he's the best thing going for the show, the best gimmick. That's my opinion. But best match of the show, definitely for my personal favorite on the strap match. Becky Lynch defending her title, the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka. Asuka is one half of the Tag Team Championship, so that should already tell you who's going to probably already win. And she hasn't beaten Asuka yet, and she had a unpaid debt to pay against Asuka since she had lost her over a year ago from last year's Royal Rumble for her title match. So I'm happy that she was happy to retain her championship. So now, obviously, once she won, I already knew that was going to be the Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch the rivalry renewed. So that's just not something to surprise. It's just some of the same things, the same matches over and over. But if Asuka didn't have a championship, if she wasn't part of the tag team division, she could have probably had a chance of winning the Royal Rumble, maybe possibly, or maybe she could have possibly they probably would have given her the title to have her give her a rematch or something for this match. So Becky Lynch is still our champion for the Raw Women's Championship. I did have a mark for a match for Shinsuke's match, but I ended up crossing that out. So no Intercontinental Championship match for him because both these superstars are actually in the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman. But let's talk about that Royal Rumble match. Drew McIntyre with the win, and I knew he was gonna. I was hoping he would, because it only came down to Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. I was like, no, we can't have him win again. Just it's the perfect time for him. It's his time to get his spotlight now for over 10 years now, 13 years now that they say just he's ever even try to get a opportunity for this a championship opportunity for this show. And I'm just really happy for him now. But I'm just hoping that they don't have him win the Rumble just to go on to WrestleMania and have him lose to Brock Lesnar. Because I know he's going to challenge him. He's not going to challenge The Fiend. I think somebody else is probably going to challenge him. Maybe they might set up Roman Reigns against The Fiend for SmackDown. But on this, for Monday Night Raw, I see him going after Brock Lesnar. And speaking of him, I'm glad that they had him just eliminate Lesnar with that Claymore. He got hit with a low blow by Ricochet, and then Drew McIntyre just did a Claymore on him. But I got to mention these nice little surprise superstars I didn't even see coming in the match. Like MVP, Montel Vontavious Porter. I remember him. We got to see MVP. We got to see Edge. And then, other than that, I didn't see any other. It wasn't really any other returning superstars by surprise. We had Shelton Benjamin and some other superstars. We got, for NXT, we had Matt Riddle, Keith Lee. I was hoping he'd stay in there, but then he ended up getting eliminated by Lesnar. Because I gotta say, every entrant that came out there, including Morrison, that came out at number 5 or number 6, he just got eliminated so quickly. Brock Lesnar was just eliminating everybody that came out into the ring. As soon as they come in, they wouldn't even last, not even 10 seconds. They'll be gone right then and there. And I just didn't really like that about this Rumble match. But the beginning wasn't that good because everybody just kept getting eliminated so quickly. But it ended well. I loved the ending. I didn't like the beginning, but I loved the ending. How it just ended with someone that's never had a chance at a shot at a title opportunity. And that's what I was hoping for the women's division. But they just keep giving Charlotte all the opportunities. As great as she is, there's so many talented women. I almost forgot to mention Naomi that came back and made a return. I was cheering for her and some others that were in it. Ember Moon wasn't in the Royal Rumble. It's just so many superstars you can think of that's deserving of it. But people like Charlotte just continue to just rise to the occasion and just gets all the opportunities. So I'm just hoping somebody can really just dethrone her one day, just one of these superstars. I just don't know what's going to happen going forward. But that was basically it. That's our ending, where Drew McIntyre eliminating Roman Reigns, dodging the spear, and Claymore and Roman Reigns and throwing him out of the ring. So I'm happy that he's going to get his opportunity. But before I end this, I'm just so scared that he's probably not going to win. They're going to have him win and have him go on to Mania and just lose to just to get suplexed to death by Brock Lesnar. But I don't see that happening now because it shows that he's going to be a good challenger for him. I think he's personally a good challenge for Brock Lesnar. He's not going to be someone that he can just easily throw around just from his in-ring ability and just being the big guy. He's not going to be someone that's too small for him to handle, and he can just ragdoll, I'll say. But it's going to be a good match. I hope they let him win and give him a shot, just like they did with Kofi Kingston. I hope they give him a title reign, a good title reign. I'm glad Seth Rollins didn't win. So, I know there's going to be a continued rivalry with Samoa Joe, Buddy Murphy, and all the others going at it and butting heads. But it seems like I think Aleister Black is going to be involved in that little rivalry now. So it's going to be Aleister, Owens, and Samoa Joe, and then maybe a Big Show or maybe another additional superstar. So it's pretty cool to really see Edge and MVP. But even Edge got some elimination, so that was nice to see. But MVP didn't really last that long. I just really wish some of those certain superstars were in the ring longer than what they were. But that's because Brock Lesnar was the first entrant. But let me know what you guys thought about the Royal Rumble. I personally loved it. I think the strap match is the best part of the event, and then I'll go with the men's Royal Rumble ending, and then with a couple of surprise entrants, MVP and Edge, seeing them wrestle all over again was really brought back memories, especially when their entrance music hit. So much nostalgia there. But let me know what you guys thought about the event if you guys watched it. I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow's show to see what happens, and maybe some other title opportunities for some of these other superstars, and see where they go with the storyline. Who's going to challenge the Fiend next for this Friday's night SmackDown? What they're going to go from there? What is Daniel Bryan going to do? It's just so many questions in the air. But I really enjoyed the strap match and the men's Royal Rumble match. And in my opinion, I think the women's Royal Rumble could have been a little bit better. They could have given the opportunity to so many others. And Shayna Baszler, I was hoping that she'd win, but just because Charlotte was there, that's why she ended up winning.